Hello, it's me back for the week 5 video. So for the first question, what terms were the most important concepts? One of the things that I thought from that long chapter was the term generalized or like generalizability, um, which is pretty much just taking somebody's experiences and generalizing them to everybody else. Also extrapolated, which is kind of pretty similar to generalized, where you like see that it's one thing and then you just assume or put on others that that's the same situation. And then infer would just be to also like come to a conclusion like that. I took these all from that section because we do tend to generalize a lot, I would say, in everyday life, but also when it seems like during disasters as well, because, I generalized about the disaster the hurricane that was just last week, 2 weeks ago in the Carolinas. I think it's human nature, and I do think it's very easy to do. Two, what was my muddiest point? I don't necessarily know if it's something that like didn't make sense or it's just hard for me to wrap my brain around. I understand that human logic can be flawed, and I know that really well. I've taken like human memory courses. My time in psych has taught me how much our brain, our thoughts, our memory is flawed. But sometimes like I think reading that article, it's really hard for me to understand that like, oh yeah, that's right, not everybody is going to always respond in a panic. A lot of people are going to be calm. It's not going to be like, I forget what that one movie was called, but it's not going to be like that one movie where a tsunami comes and, you have to have all of the strongest people coming together to get an entire group. You are going to have some strong people that can lead a group, but you're also going to have a lot of people just who are able to respond well in a situation regardless. And so the third one, if I had to lead an in-person class, what is one question I would open a discussion with? I took this from the article, well, I didn't take the question, but I got this from the article about Houston and how they evacuated for that Storm Rita after Hurricane Katrina. And my question is, what do you think you would do in a situation like that if you were the person who had to decide if they should evacuate or not? I had some like off-branching questions of, would you wait for vulnerable populations to get out first and then tell other people to evacuate? Would you try and set up different zones of times in which people could leave? Or if possible, would you dictate which highways could be used at first? So I kind of got these from, they talked about how if vulnerable populations are taken out of nursing homes or something, they could pass away, right on the spot. So it was kind of like, would you wait for those people who are going to have a harder time getting out later? Would you let them out first? And then like, if you could say, this people from this county can leave from this time to this time, people from this county can leave from this time to this time. So maybe you'll have less of a traffic jam, because if you don't have so many people running for the road at the same exact time, you're going to have less issues. Or like if you had the ability to use different highways, could you say people from this area go this way, and then where you get off after being on this road for however long, that's your choice, but you need to at least go on whatever assigned highway first. Those are just a few ideas. I don't know how good they are, but I'm just curious as to what you think you would do in a situation similar to what the people in Houston were worried about. And that is all for me this week, so thank you very much.